Hi team, my name is Moises Esteves.
And I'm Ilse Esteves, and we're the RVPs here in the office of San Diego, California.
Today we're gonna do a recruiting interview. This interview is gonna be super simple. It's not complicated, super easy. It's gonna take probably about 10 to 15 minutes. It's super fast, so I want you guys to pay really close attention. Look not just what I say, how I say things, but also my move, my body language and stuff like that. So you guys pay attention to this. It's very, very important because recruiting is the name of the game. You wanna become successful, you wanna make the big money. It's about recruiting. Recruiting people, that's the key for this business for you to have more money, for you to have more freedom, and for you to have a business, okay? So let's start with this. So the name of our company, have you ever heard the name or company Pramerica before?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. Well, look, our company is Pramerica. We used to be a member of a company called Citigroup. Have you ever seen or maybe heard about Citigroup before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, Citigroup, they own many different companies. They own Citibank, Banamex, many different companies, Travelers and stuff like that. The company's been around since 1977. So it's not a company that started 2-3 years ago. It's been around more than 44 years. We have over 5 million clients that have insurance with us and over 2 million clients that have an investment account with us. Okay? We're actually publicly traded in the New York Stock Exchange as a symbol PRI. Okay? So it's not a company that started 2-3 years ago. It's been around more than 44 years. Okay? Now, Forbes magazine came with an article in 2015 called America's 50 Most Trustworthy Financial Companies. We're actually not only making the top 50, but we have a rating of 99 and 95 out of 100. So this is a huge deal for a company because we're actually on the top best companies in the United States. That's a huge accomplishment, okay? Now, Better Business Bureau also rated our company A+ since 1980. And the AM Best, which is the federal department, we're also having a plus with them. Now, this is our mission. Our mission is to help families become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. What I mean by properly protected, Ilse, is that we gotta make sure we teach our families how to have the right insurance. I'm talking about car insurance, home, and life, okay? Sometimes people always get the cheapest insurance. But not because you have the cheapest, I mean that you have the right insurance. Sometimes you have accidents, and because you have the cheapest, you get the cheapest. Does that make sense? So it's very important we teach our families how to have the right insurance, car, home, life. Sometimes people die, they have insurance through work, or they have insurance at the bank, paying $10 a month, and well, you don't get a lot. Or maybe you don't get it at all. Does that make sense? So it's very important that we teach people how to have the right insurance. The second thing is how to eliminate debt. Right now, families they're struggling with debt right now. They have about $15,000 in credit card debt right now. And the reason why is because they're living a debt cycle. The interests are high. You know, you do the minimum payments, $25 a month. I've seen sometimes $24 goes to the interest, $1 goes to the principal. So how do you expect your families to get out of debt when they just do the minimum payments and they become a debt cycle? So, and the last thing is financial independence, retirement. You know, in our community, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are not saving money for retirement, and the reason why is not because they don't want to, or it's not because they don't have the money, it's because they don't know how to. Does that make sense? So if I ask you a question and you'll say, go start a retirement account, but don't go to the bank, where will you go?
I don't know.
And that's how most people, they don't know. And the reason they don't know is because the financial advisor in La Jolla, the financial advisor in different institutions, they don't sit down with the regular community. They don't sit down with middle-income families. Pramerica is the only company that you can feel proud that we are going to help families, even if they only save $25 a month. So we make a difference out there, okay? Now, this is my mission in the last 6 years, because I've been in the company 6 years. But if this was your mission, how would that make you feel?
Great.
Great. So that's a key question, guys, is you got to ask that question. How would that make you feel? Because now you get into the emotional part, right? So now this is our company, but when you have access to more companies, do you recognize by any chance any of these companies?
Yes, Vivint, Betscom.
Okay. Boya, Accent, stuff like that. We also do lending with Quicken Loans. You know, we do refinance loans, and we also do lending. When you want to buy a house, we actually lend you the money. Have you ever heard about Quicken Loans before?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now, we teach people basic concepts about saving money. Something's called pay yourself first. What I mean by that is that when you don't do that, there's a high cost of waiting. Let's say you're 25 and you're going to retire at 65. So you're going to save $200 a month at a 9% of interest for 40 years. If you start at 25, you end up with almost $1 million. If you wait 1 year, look, if you wait 1 year and you start at 26, now you're losing $83,000. And if you wait till you're 30, look, you're losing $350,000. And if you wait till you're 40, you're losing $700,000. So who are people hurting if they wait to save money? Themselves, that's right. So look, this is almost the last thing. If you get your license to do insurance and you do this as a career and you do it full time, an average insurance agent across the nation by the States Department of Labor makes about $49,000 a year. The second, if you someone says, I want to become personal financial advisor, I want to get my investment license and become a personal financial advisor, now your income goes to $90,000 a year. You know, the more licenses you get, the more money you can make. As simple as that. And if you decide to become a broker, then you can make $155,000 income. Okay, as a broker, that's their average income here in San Diego. And our company is a little bit more, but in San Diego is about 155 financial advisor. Okay, broker. So now there's 2 steps that we need to do. First is that we gotta do a background check on you. Okay, and your fingerprints. Second step, you gotta finish a 32-hour class by the state of California. Third step is that you gotta do training. The training, you actually get paid between $600 to $5,000 plus. There's no limit. You can make as much money as you want. The only thing that the company asks you, and you mentioned this at the beginning, the one thing that we're gonna ask you is about background check. The only thing the company is gonna ask you is you gotta put a deposit of $99 for your background check. This $99 usually cover the fingerprints and the background check. Now, it's a deposit if you get your license within 30 days. So what's the deposit? You get it back, right? So if you get your license within 30 days, that deposit comes back to you, but you gotta get licensed within 30 days. If you go above 30 days, you don't get a deposit, okay?
And there's something that you really have to tell them. Let them know that they have a period of time to get a license and to get a promotion, to get that deposit.
Now, 30 days is a lot of time. You can get licensed in a week. You can get licensed in 2 weeks, okay? After you finish the 32-hour class, you do the practice exam. This practice exam is very, very important. You have tutoring, private tutoring. You do have to cover $25, but the practice exam is very, very important because if you take the practice exam and you pass the exam, and for some reason you fail the state test with the Department of Insurance, the company will pay for your retakes up to 10 times. So even if you fail one time, I don't want you to worry about it because the company will take care of you, okay? So, but you do have to cover $25 for the practice exam and the tutoring, okay? So, do you have any questions, Ilse?
No.
Okay, so all I need to do right now, I just need to see an ID and we can do your application. Can I see your ID?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. So that's the closing question. And once you ask that, can I see your ID? You shut up. You don't say anything. And you're gonna see how people react to that and how they give their ID to you. Okay, so just, can I see your ID? That's it, the confidence that you have. That's why you gotta watch this video over and over until you master this presentation. Guys, recruiting is the name of the game, and if you do recruit and you master, you build a team, I'm telling you, you're gonna make millions and millions of dollars in this company, okay?
You have to master this video, how to recruit, how to sell the company. The most important, you have to sell our mission. Like he said, you have to go into the feel inside to make them feel that they're doing something for the community.
Which we are doing something for the community. We're making a difference out there. We're the only company that you can start a retirement account with just $25 a month. And we put it in a portfolio that the last 60 years has paid an average of 10%. Okay?
So that was our part. Don't forget to just keep looking at this video over and over. Master your presentation and be confident. The most important part is when you ask for the ID or you ask for the money, just be confident, know that you're doing something to help them.
That's right, guys. This is very simple. It takes 10 minutes. You run into a lot of people. You're gonna build an army. Okay, let's build an army. Okay? Thank you, guys.